Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Our headlines for tonight. Sinead OConnor's first interview since embracing Islam. Malaysian Ministry of Health's vital move to upgrade 436 dilapidated clinics. Plus, SEB busts more illegal crypto mining hubs. With me, Yusuf Shukri for TVS Nightline. Let us begin. Now, following the passing of the beloved Irish singer Sinead OConnor, a rare interview surfaced on YouTube by a channel called The Dean Show TV. The video, titled O'Connor's First Interview on Islam, features her candidly discussing her conversion to Islam in 2018 and shedding light on why she had not given any interviews about it until now. And during the interview, she opens up about the stigma she faced after her conversion and the challenges that came with it. Let's take a closer look at this insightful conversation.
In Ireland also, we suffered from the same stigma also because of extremists, that we also had extremists because we had a war going on here and there are terrorists. It's very easy for those who want to stigmatise us to say that we're all terrorists and we all support terrorism, which of course we don't, you know.
Yes.
And then I found what I was amazed by was the prejudice I found from women about the fact that I choose to wear a hijab. Because I find it amusing, because to me, they're saying to me that, oh, you're trying to comply with Eastern men's view of beauty. First of all, I'm not. Look at the state of me. I'm not beautiful at all. But secondly, it's nothing to do with that. It's a choice. But what amuses me about it is that these women have their hair bleached blonde. It's got a thing going across here and it goes down here. Their hair. Their hair itself is a hijab. Their very hair, they're trying to conform, in fact, to Western men's idea of beauty. So I keep saying, well, if you don't like hijab, then shave your hair, because it's the same thing. There's no difference, do you know what I mean?
She emphasized the necessity for aspiring theologians to study both Islam and the Quran to become accomplished in their field. Despite her comprehensive studies, O'Connor acknowledged that some still criticize Islam due to certain tenets conflicting with modern values. Among her relatives, it was her father who showed the most interest in her new life after the conversion.
I have a hobby, which is painting scriptures. I've always painted scriptures. And I made him recently the scripture that says, not a leaf falls, but he knows it.
Allahu Akbar, mashallah.
I gave that to him for Father's Day, and he loved it. So he said that he would like to start to read the Quran. But I keep saying to people, no, don't read it, listen to it. You have to.
Sinead OConnor, 56, passed away at her London home after moving there to record new songs. Her death is not treated as suspicious by British police. The report suggested she had been going through a difficult mental breakdown after her son's suicide while on suicide watch. O'Connor gained fame with her album I Do Not Want What I Haven't Got, which included the hit song Nothing Compares to You, a cover of one of Prince's songs.
Moving on, Sarawak Energy Berhad, SEB has intensified its efforts to combat power theft, resulting in the detection of another illicit cryptocurrency mining operation that was surreptitiously drawing electricity. In a joint raid with authorities at a shop house in Marina Square, Miri, 34 cryptocurrency mining servers were discovered, all operating on stolen electricity through direct tapping cables. And this single incident has led to an estimated losses of around 6,000 ringgit per month. In a press statement, SEB conducted a joint raid with local authorities after a public tip-off, leading to the discovery of an illicit cryptocurrency mining operation stealing electricity. Electricity theft is considered a serious crime under Section 33(5) of the Electricity Ordinance, punishable by fines of up to 100,000 ringgit and imprisonment of up to 5 years. SEB's meter inspection teams are well equipped to detect various theft methods. Landlords are advised to transfer the electricity account to tenants to avoid implication in power theft activities. And individuals with information on electricity theft can report to SEB's Customer Care Centre at 1300 883 111 or via email at customercare@sarawakenergy.com. Deputy Health Minister Lukanisman Awangsauni emphasised the significance of the ongoing efforts by the Ministry of Health to upgrade 436 dilapidated clinics nationwide via the Bintara Madani program. The success of this endeavour is crucial to ensuring its continuity. And Lukanisman further highlighted that the completion of the upgrading process by the end of this year would facilitate the expedited enhancement of other clinics in the following years.
Lukanisman said 111 million ringgit was allocated to the Ministry of Health this year, with 100 million allocated specifically for the Bintara Madani program, while 11 million ringgit are allocated for upgrading programs.
Kita cukup yakin dalam pelaksanaan klinik Daif ini, kita mampu mengejar masa dan juga tempoh yang telah ditetapkan oleh Majlis Tindakan Malaysia Madani, di mana by Disember 2023 kita akan menyelesaikan masalah-masalah klinik Daif di 436. Program ini akan dilakukan secara berfasa. Kejayaan 2023 ini sangat penting bagi KKM, bagi meyakinkan Yang Amat Berhormat Perdana Menteri untuk menambah lagi peruntukan naik taraf klinik Daif ini supaya kita dapat mempercepatkan lagi jumlah-jumlah baki yang ada untuk tahun 2024 dan juga tahun 2025.
He further explains that a clinic is categorized as dilapidated if it meets three main criteria: being over 50 years old and having structural weaknesses, utility defects in terms of wiring or piping, and safety shortcomings. Highlighting the challenges faced by urban clinics, he emphasized the impact of a high number of patients on service quality. Health Minister Dr. Zaliha Mustafa had previously announced the identification of 1,200 dilapidated health clinics nationwide that are over 50 years old and in need of upgrades.
Now tonight, a full rehearsal took place for the Decorated Boats Parade, or famously known as Kapal Berhias, in conjunction with the celebration of Sarawak's 60th independence at Kuching Waterfront. The event will be attended by Sarawak Premier Datuk Petinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tunopeng this Saturday, and our reporter Mukri Aziz is on the location with the details. Mukri, go ahead.
All right, thank you very much, Yusuf. At 8:30 at night sharp, we witnessed the full rehearsal for the Parakan Kapal Berhias or Parade of Decorated Boats in the conjunction with the 60th Sarawak Independence in Malaysia. For your information, Yusuf, the last time the parade was held was 10 years ago in 2013 in conjunction with the celebration of 50 years of Sarawak Independence in Malaysia. So what makes it unique for the parade for this year is it highlights the beauty of the Sarawak River, which will be illuminated by the lights of the Sarawak State Legislative Assembly or DUN Sarawak, the Darul Hana Bridge and the Satok Suspension Bridge during the parade, in addition to emphasizing the characteristic of Sarawak Maju Makmur. I had the opportunity to speak to Sarawak Deputy Minister of Transport, Maritime and Riverine, Dato' Henry Harijinet, regarding the parade. He said each decorated ship will display the characteristic of Sarawak Maju Makmur in their decoration. For that purpose, most decorated ships are made up of combination of government agencies, GLC and companies. He also said that in the past we do not have facilities and technologies. With the change of time, technology has been improved and advanced. So that way our jewelry this time has also changed. This seriousness shows their commitment to celebrating the 60th Sarawak Independence in Malaysia. After the parade, the 10 winners of decorated boats will be anchored in the waters of Waterfront Kuching to be exhibited to the public from the night of 29 until 30 July at 10 p.m. So don't forget to catch Parakan Kapal Berhias live at 8:30 p.m. only on TVS channel 122 Astro and also MyTV, and also all social media platforms, and will be hosted by Akmal Saleh and also Yazid Ibrahim. That's all from me. Salam Sarawak Maju Makmur. I'm Mukri Aziz. Let's head to the studio with Yusuf Shukri.
Thank you, Mukri, for the report. Now, on to our next news. Kuching Fest, an annual celebration of culture and cuisine in the vibrant city of Kuching, Sarawak, not only attracts food enthusiasts and revelers, but has also become a significant platform for young entrepreneurs to kickstart and expand their businesses. The event, which showcases a diverse array of delectable dishes and local delicacies, serves as an avenue for aspiring entrepreneurs to showcase their culinary creations and gain exposure to a wider audience.
The festival fosters networking opportunities, allowing young entrepreneurs to interact with established business owners, industry experts, and like-minded peers. These interactions can lead to valuable partnerships, collaborations, and mentorship, propelling their ventures to new heights. For many participants, Kuching Fest has proven to be a launching pad for success, propelling their businesses from humble beginnings to full-fledged enterprises. As these young entrepreneurs gain visibility and recognition, their brands and offerings reach a broader audience, attracting customers from both near and far.
This is also a platform for a lot of youngsters, for them to try out, on their new venture. And then also, I think they have put up the best. I saw a lot of new creative food around. And of course, this year we also engaged our local talent chef coming in to do not only on the food, but also demonstration. So for those who are interested to learn how to be creative on our Sarawak own ingredients and food, do drop by. We will put up the program for everybody.
The much-anticipated Kuching Fest will take place from July 28th to August 20th for a total duration of 24 days.
Members of the public are advised to avoid open burnings at all costs during the El Nino phenomenon in Sarawak. The call was made by Lawas Member of Parliament Datuk Henry Sum Agong, reminding the people to remain vigilant and take necessary precautions to prevent any unwanted incidents in their areas.
Kejadian pembakaran terbuka atau kebakaran hutan atau membakar secara tidak sengaja perlu dielakkan daripada berlaku, terutamanya ketika cuaca panas dan kering. Aktiviti pembakaran terbuka yang tidak terkawal boleh mengakibatkan kejadian gerbu tepat berdasarkan corak gerakan angin semasa. Dalam hal ini, kita menyeru kerjasama daripada semua pihak, khususnya orang awam, untuk lebih peka dengan keadaan cuaca semasa dan mengelak serta mengawal aktiviti kebakaran terbuka di kawasan masing-masing.
Furthermore, he reassured that its constituents are fully prepared to cope with any potential challenges arising from the hot weather and heavy rains.
Kita bersedia, pihak rakyat penduduk itu bersedia untuk mengatasi masalah-masalah yang mungkin datang akibat kedua-dua masalah hujan dan panas ini. Selain daripada itu, tentulah pihak kerajaan menerusi jabatan-jabatan dan agensi-agensi tentu sekali berusaha untuk mengelakkan permasalahan yang mungkin berlaku akibat kemarau panjang dan hujan ini.
He said this when attending a trial and charity training program for the implementation of the standard operating procedures to prevent peat soil fires and address haze in Lawas district earlier today.
Right, the Royal Malaysian Navy Volunteer Reserve is offering payments of up to 9 ringgit per hour to those who join its ranks. Lieutenant Muhammad Ismail Yaakob, Staff Officer of the Kuching Naval Reserve Unit, NRU, highlighted this among the potential benefits for those interested in joining the Navy Volunteer Reserve program.
He informed that the NRU is offering opportunities for the public to join the unit on July 29th, with walk-in registrations taking place from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the premises of Kuching Naval Reserve Unit building.
Kita juga memberi kemudahan mileage dan juga kita pun mempelbagaikan aktiviti yang membolehkan warga awam tu sekiranya join PSS TDM, kita boleh memberi peluang untuk menembak dan juga khusus kejayaan yang dianjurkan oleh markas pasukan simpanan TLDM yang markasnya adalah di penempatan markasnya di Sungai Luncuj, Johor. Jadi dan juga ada yang certain khusus juga diadakan di KD Sri Penang yang di Pulau Pinang lah.
The NRU prioritizes young officers and soldiers who reside within a 100-kilometer radius from the city center. Training will be conducted twice a week on Tuesdays and Saturdays, starting from 6 in the evening until 10 p.m. The Naval Reserve Unit also welcomes participation from individuals with diverse backgrounds such as lecturers, teachers, and customs officers. The selection criteria for recruiting potential young officers and soldiers for RMN VR Series 2/23 are as listed.
Expert explains why he dubs the Madani Economy Framework as Asian Tiger. And in global news, the UK's average temperature may worsen in coming years. That's what's coming up next right here on TVS Nightline. Stay tuned. Thank you for staying with us. A comprehensive plan to bolster the Malaysian economy and enhance its competitiveness, ultimately leading to an improved quality of life for all Malaysians. The Madani economy revolves around two key pillars: economic reforms and ensuring a surplus of income for the people. Additionally, it sets forth 7 critical performance indicators as medium-term targets slated for achievement by 2033, following the latest economic framework.
Saya mencadangkan ekonomi madani memperkasa rakyat sebagai wadah mengangkat semula darjat dan martabat negara ini dengan menstruktur semula ekonomi ke arah Malaysia sebagai peneraju ekonomi utama di rantau Asia Tenggara.
The plan outlines 7 key indicators, including positioning Malaysia in the top 30 global economies and securing a spot among the top 12 in the Global Competitiveness Index, while achieving gender equality in the labor force with 60% women's participation. The economic structural reforms aims to create meaningful job opportunities and establish a social protection network for all. Additionally, policies will be implemented to increase wages relative to GDP to be on par with developed countries.
Now, the newly launched Madani Economy Framework sets the tone for Malaysia towards its aspiration to become the next Asian tiger economy by 2033. Senior Lecturer in Political Economy, UiTM Sabah, Associate Professor Dr. Firdausi Sufian, said the framework serves as a critical step towards Malaysia's ambitious aspiration of becoming the next Asian tiger economy. However, Firdausi highlights weaknesses within the Malaysian economy that must be addressed, emphasizing the need for economic restructuring and the implementation of new policies to realize its vision.
We have to set the tone where our country want to go and what we want to become. Right? So inilah dasar-dasar yang dilaksanakan itu. Nah, laksanakan dalam kerangka ekonomi madani. Nah, paling penting, walaupun dengan dasar yang ada, dengan pelaburan, dengan aspek menstrukturkan semula ekonomi agar mengembangkan hiliran. Now, isu utama dia is always kos sara hidup. Adakah penstrukturan ekonomi ini dapat mengurangkan kos sara hidup dan meningkatkan gaji? Ini yang paling penting. Seperti mana yang saya katakan tadi, KDNK boleh tinggi, tapi adakah kita rasai dan nikmati? Nah, kayu ukurnya adalah gaji rakyat.
He added, if Malaysia were to maintain the same economic approach, it would not be able to reach the 6% income growth projected by Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim.
Paling penting juga apabila kita menstruktur ekonomi ini, asasnya juga bila kita memperkenalkan dasar, soalannya saya kena nikmati, iaitu rakyat kena nikmati. Sabah Sarawak, Semenanjung Malaysia, apabila perkenalkan apa-apa perancangan dan apa-apa unjuran KDNK, itu kenalah dinikmati oleh rakyat. Saya rasa itulah asas utama ya ekonomi madani.
Similarly, Firdausi said that the vision of the Madani economy can be achieved if the basic aspects such as political stability, employment opportunities, and investment are in order.
Sekiranya ini dalam jalan ataupun dalam dilaksanakan secara strategik, I think we are in the right trajectory to achieve ekonomi madani mungkin boleh menjadi Asian tiger.
Acknowledging Sarawak's pioneering efforts in green growth activities, Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim announced the government's plan to introduce new initiatives to foster the growth of the green energy industry in Malaysia to coincide with the launch of the National Energy Transition Roadmap, or NETR, while emphasizing the roadmap's core objective of enhancing climate resilience and pave the way for a greener and more sustainable future in Malaysia.
Antara ikhtiar utama termasuk meningkatkan kapasiti penyanaan tenaga boleh baru, pemasangan panel solar di bangunan kerajaan, serta dasar perdagangan tenaga boleh baru melalui sistem pasaran elektrik. Kita wajar mencontohi usaha Sarawak yang nampak mempelopori bidang ini, yang memperintiskan kenderaan menggunakan tenaga hidrogen serta CCUS, Carbon Capture Utilization and Storage, dan kerajaan oleh itu bercadang untuk menyediakan insentif khusus bagi menggalak aktiviti pertumbuhan hijau baru sebegini.
Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim has revealed that all Malaysian citizens aged 21 and above earning an annual salary of 100,000 ringgit or less will be granted a 100 ringgit e-wallet incentive by the government. The decision comes as a result of the successful implementation and significant impact of previous e-wallet credit programs.
The incentive would be eligible for 10 million citizens from B40 and M40 groups. Drawing inspiration from the successful e-Belia Ramah (EBR) program, the government has allocated approximately 1 billion ringgit for this initiative. Specific distribution details were not provided. It is expected to follow registration and payout method similar to the EBR program, ensuring a smooth and efficient process for eligible recipients.
Now in world news, urgent action is needed to address the growing concerns over UK's escalating temperatures as extreme heat persists. According to an expert from UK's Royal Meteorology Society, Professor Liz Bentley, extreme heat is now becoming a silent killer, responsible for over 61,000 deaths. Failing to reduce its carbon emissions, she fears that by 2060, the country's average temperature could match or even exceed last year's hottest recorded day, surpassing 40 degrees Celsius.
The high temperatures that we saw in 2022 are, well, it's a deadly killer, it's heat. It's a silent killer. And we had over 3,000 deaths in the UK. Across the European heat wave, we had 61,000 additional deaths because of excess heat. So it has a huge impact on our health and our mortality rates, but it has an impact on the world around us, the ecology, also on infrastructure. And again, just look at the UK last year. We really struggled. The rail network started to struggle. The energy system struggled as well, just because of the increase in demand, but also the heat. Our infrastructure was built in Victorian times, not in the kind of current climate that we're living in. So it has a huge impact on health, on the world around us, and on the infrastructure that we live in.
A recent report by the Met Office highlighted that last year's record high temperature in the UK reflects the country's changing climate. While the UK has been warming consistently compared to the global mean temperature, extreme temperatures are increasing at a faster rate than the overall average. The Met Office's studies confirmed that human-induced climate change played a significant role in both the record warm year and the July heat wave of 2022.
So 2022 is still classed as extreme weather, record-breaking, hottest year on record and the highest temperature ever recorded. But if we carry on with the similar greenhouse gas emissions that we're emitting into the atmosphere, by the middle of the century, this will have just been an average summer. And by the end of the century, it will actually have been seen as quite a cool summer.
And Twitter, which recently rebranded as X.com, is facing a ban in Indonesia due to the domain being on a list of blocked sites associated with negative content, including pornography and gambling. The name change sparked jokes on its platform, with users comparing it to a porn site's name. However, Twitter may still operate as X in Indonesia if it sends a formal letter. Nevertheless, legal issues may arise as the letter X is commonly trademarked. Indonesia, with 24 million Twitter users, poses a significant challenge for the company to address. Our final news for tonight, a pod of pilot whales died as a result of beaching in Western Australia following desperate rescue attempts by approximately 350 people. Wildlife officials said that the pod of 97 long-finned pilot whales gathered in shallow water of Chines Beach, about 400 kilometers southeast of Perth, with scores stranding themselves on the sand. Some 250 volunteers joined 100 wildlife experts in a vain struggle to save the rest of the pod from Tuesday until Thursday, as dozens of people in wetsuits tried to coax the tightly packed group of remaining pilot whales into deeper waters and then out to sea. A spokesperson for the Parks and Wildlife Service told the media that volunteers and everyone attempted to get them back out into the deeper water, and then they re-beached themselves. From that point, the vets assessed them, and it was determined on welfare grounds that they needed to be euthanized. Incident Controller Peter Hartley said that it was probably one of the hardest decisions in his 34 years in wildlife management, and thanked rescuers for their enormous efforts to save the whales in cold waters. Scientists do not fully understand why mass strandings occur, but pilot whales, which can grow to more than 6 meters or 20 feet long, are highly sociable, so they may follow pod mates who stray into danger. See the world closer with TVS as we bring you the latest news updates both locally and internationally just a click away by heading onto our website at www.tvstv.my or by following us on our social media platforms. And that's all the time we have for tonight's TVS Nightline. Once again, my name is Yusuf Shukri. Thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum and good night.